Hello! Welcome everyone, welcome. Welcome Nog, welcome Sasumi, welcome Winter. Great to have you all here. Um, Hope everyone's doing well. I mentioned this before, I've been like, last stream, I've been so lazy with going out on hikes the last few days, but I finally got my new hiking shoes yesterday. And I put them to the test. I got really good. Yeah, I saw so many birds. I saw like 51 birds at this park I went to, 51 species, which is like a crazy count for me, especially I only ever hit those kind of numbers at like marshes and stuff. So this spot is my first time at this park, but seems really cool, and there's like a couple species you can see there and like almost nowhere else in my area. It's like a very unique kind of like really like grassy open kind of area. So a lot of the like grassland specialists you can find there. I was really hoping to see or hear a grasshopper sparrow, but I think I got there a little late for those. I think those really sing in the morning. But I can share some of the creatures I did see. Starting with, I love these. These are spigglebugs. They like the nymphs create like giant clouds of their like foamy bubbly spit. I don't know if it's like actually spit, but sure looks like this. And they use this just as like a camouflage. Like they just hide in the cloud of bubbles. But sometimes, like I guess they only like retreat in there when they're threatened or something, because very often if you see a like plant covered in bubbles, you can find the bug just above or just below the cloud. So what happened here? I actually think there are two of them. There's like an older nymph and a younger nymph. You can see the like big green one and the tiny orange one. They're very cute. What else? Oh, I saw. There are these leafhoppers. Unfortunately, I think this is like an invasive species. I've seen this one before, but they're so cute. I actually saw like, I swear, a record amount of bug sucks. I wonder if it's like a time of year thing, but I swear like half, like 80% of the insects I photoed, I like was catching in the act. It was pretty incredible. But I love these leaf hoppers. They're a little freaky, but they're very cute to me with their big eyes and their like pointy noses. They're like snouts. The barn swallows are back. This was my first time seeing them this year. I love them. They're very fun. They have these like really cool, you can't really see it here, but they have these very pretty forked tails. And this one, I should have got photos. This was amazing because it was on like, these are the first barn swallows I see this year, and they're perched right above the most like stereotypical barn. Like, I'm talking painted bright red with like a white trim, super on the nose, like that is a barn, which was amazing, living up to the name. What else have I seen? Hey, welcome Plov! Welcome. Oh yeah, I saw Kestrel. It was like extremely far away, so I only get crappy photos. But I love seeing these guys. They're so cute. It's so funny. It's like a falcon the size of a sparrow, basically. They're so like unbelievably ridiculously small. They're so cute. And they've got like a really nice pattern going on. Like they're like facial mask. It's really cool. These guys, I see them like flying around pretty often, but I got to like see one perched very prettily today. I got like reasonably close. They have this like a really nice iridescent blue you can kind of see here. They're so gorgeous. This is like the best photo I've ever gotten of one, because normally I only see these guys like flying around overhead. It's always really nice when I catch one perching. It's also my first time, another species like I like hear pretty often, but it's my first time like getting a good look at one. There are these house wrens all over. No, I see like Buick's wrens all the time, but house wrens are less common here for whatever reason. It was delightful seeing one. It's my first time ever seeing a Bullocks Oriole. I've seen a hybrid. I've seen a Baltimore Bullocks Oriole hybrid just a few days ago. But this is my first time just seeing a Bullocks Oriole. It's so pretty. Orioles are so good. It's a pity they're always like way high up in a tree. So it's pretty hard to get like a decent look or photo at them, but they're so gorgeous nonetheless. Like, look at the orange. Speaking of things that eluded me, this like butterfly was my nemesis because it's so pretty. This is called the Sarah Orange Tip, and I see these flying around like in every park I go. But like no matter how long I follow them, they just never seem to land and perch. So I was so happy when this one like actually landed. Hey, welcome back. I love these. What's really cool is that they're in the like White's butterfly family. A lot of these just look like, even this is one of the fancier ones, but a lot of these are just like all white, pretty. I mean, they choose the prettier ones over here. If you just go by like most common species, yeah, a lot of them are just like very like bland, unremarkable white butterflies. So it's so cool seeing this guy with their like crazy patterns, and the bright orange just adds so much to them. Saw a turtle, that was very exciting. I got this like really crappy photo from behind, and I was like, oh, I'll just go around. I'll just go like, because this is like kind of looking down into a river, and I was like, oh, I'll just like follow the bank of this river and take a closer look. I do that and the turtle has just vanished. Swear she got like just disappeared. Probably just like outran me or something. Hey, welcome Valerie. Yeah, exactly. It has the like, yeah, died tips. This guy is not my default hummingbird. This is an Allen's hummingbird, and I was really happy with this photo, both because like the iridescence here looks very pretty. You can see it like kind of fade from like orange to almost like a lime green, but also there's another really similar hummingbird that you can only tell apart by the shape of the ogre. Hell yeah, Valerie. Thank you for stopping by. The ogre tail feather is like much smaller in one species than the other species. But I always thought that was just like kind of an epic prank, because when are you ever gonna get a good look at the size of the ogre tail feather? But it finally happened. They finally like spread out their tail feathers. They can actually like identify this one species. There's some like really cool grasshoppers too. Like look at this alien. Look at this weird guy. I don't see like grasshoppers super often here. I feel like if I wasn't so distracted looking for birds, I probably could have seen a lot more, because every time I just like look down in the grass, I can see like all sorts of movement, and sometimes I manage to get a picture. I love this guy. This is this guy, which I got worse photo of, but he kind of an even crazier guy with those like ogre black stripes. I'm so curious what they were. Oh hell yeah, Plob. But yeah, that's my creatures update. It was like it was a very good creatures day, especially for like not for being able to get there on transit. I think I'm definitely gonna like hit up this park again. Don't get me wrong, it's like it took me like 90 minutes getting there by transit, but at least the last 30 minutes was like a very pleasant walk through like a nice area. It really is, and I'm so glad. I've been like cracking out the macro lens so much more. There's like insects aplenty. So many cool bugs. I gotta like try and hit up as many different like biomes as I can to really get a diversity of critter going. I feel it's nice because like it's easy to figure out where I need to go to see a bird I haven't seen before, but often that'll end up just mean visiting a biome I don't go to enough, because that's why it has the birds I haven't seen yet, and then I get to see like all sorts of creatures and plants I don't regularly see, which is really nice. I also got like some footage of this guy, hoping to get a shot of a shot of his kill feathers, which I ended up just getting from a still photo. But I should go through that video, see how it looks. Anyways, let's spin the adjectives for the day. Disloyal. Amazing. Very funny thing to be rewarding them for. Kind of awesome. Thank you. I love them. That's like, again, the default hummingbird here is Anna's, so it's like extra exciting to see an Alan's hummingbird. Yeah. I need to just start stalking my neighbor's bird feeder myself. Do you think they'd kill me? I've been thinking this for a while. Optimistic. That was not gonna be super easy. Unaware. I like the picture this is painting. The disloyal, optimistic, unaware creature. Finally. Oh hell yeah, Nog. What kind of animal? Icky. Amazing. Let's spin the first mammal. Gogoacus? Hirundo? The dark-winged lesser house bat. We have like a partial skull. Amazing. Found throughout Africa. Seems to have a pretty wide range there if it's in like Somalia, Angola, and Ghana. They are very good adjectives. I like how negative they are, like, wanting something that's disloyal, unaware, and icky. I think these are extremely strong. There's a house bat, yeah, we do have Fogos. Look at that hairstyle. Look at that comb over. It's a really funny color for a Bakchu I do not see. It's almost like gerbil colored or something. I do not see this like, it's a very like a rodent color, you know? I do not see this on backs very often, especially that like cream colored below. Look at this guy just like hanging out on a tree. That's so cute. Holy shit. I really like this photo. I feel like it's fairly rare that you get a photo of like a bat hanging out in nature. It's usually just like in someone's hand or like roosting on a wall or something, you know? Just like, sometimes you get them like sleeping in a banana, but this guy just seems to be like climbing this tree. Hey, welcome Greejo, welcome crew. Amazing roll on Steel Mammal. That might, the Gale Pygmy Gerbo is probably just my favorite guy. Go afternoon, go evening. Orb gerbil, exactly, exactly. I don't know why I treat Hostbat like one word. It's going well. We've just started. This is the first mammal of the game, which is maybe not the most remarkable creature yet, but I like the photos. And pretty quick adjectives, I think. They're like very funny. Gonna be like pretty tough, but I feel like we can just kind of chew it on vibes. Bedbugs and fleas have been recorded on this species. Hey, welcome, Akazuma's house. Amazing. I will like it. Oh, sorry to hear, yeah. Least concern, rare in West Africa but common in Malawi. Forged by moderately fast hawking. Disloyal. All the like screaming kind of gives loyal to me. I don't know if I trust this bat. Like, look at that look. This bag is up to no good, you know? Optimistic? I feel like being called the lesser house bag is a pretty like powerful ego check, right? Like it's hard to imagine this guy's too. They also just kind of look downcast and grumpy in a lot of these photos. They strike me as quite a pessimistic bat. Oh no, where? In some of these photos, it gets being grabbed and seems to have like no clue what's going on. The screaming ones, it seems to kind of have caught on, but overall, like, say a fairly unaware vibe. Iki. Just think of like the general population. Most people would probably find this ickier than average mammal. But they're definitely not like the creepiest backs, you know? It's like they seem pretty like clean and well groomed and stuff. Their hair is like very neat. I think like 163. It's fair. They have fleas and bed bugs. Yeah, that's a good point. That actually, I feel like that adds to the icky a lot. Like, we're not gonna get anything much more direct than that, you know? Is there like anything else I wanted to include? Probably very high. Katie, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome, welcome. I'm Young Station. I'm on a quest to review every species of mammal. We select random adjectives every time. Hey, good to see you, Pingy. But yeah, welcome in, everyone. I hope you had a good stream. What were you up to? Do you have anything else to say about the dark-winged Leicester house bat? I feel so bummed living in the shadows of the dark-winged Gregor. Host bat. There we go. Perfect. No, I mean I've talked about that before. It'd be really funny if Human Gig just kind of got a really middling score once we finally roll Homo sapiens. But yeah, thank you so much again for your rig. Oh, Mouth, that's amazing. That's so funny. Have you gotten any good ones? Do you have a favorite so far? Monodelphis rubiga. And is that possible? Is there like a QJ and stuff? Or have you actually skipped some? Holy crap. Look at this guy. That is such a cute opossum. I've seen like voles and grass mice and porcupines that are these colors. I feel this is like pretty unusual coloration for a possum. God, that is so cute. That guy's nuts though, might be. There's this kind of like empty scare going on here. Hey, welcome for anime. Welcome. There's no AQ, yeah. Q seems like it's probably the hardest just from memory. There's like, I think, a surprising amount of Z's out there. Like a number of X's as well. Look at that! There are these like, if I look up grass mites, I want to find some. There are too many mammals or something where, yeah, but look at that. They're like, these guys are like, for not being related at all, like this guy's a marsupial. It's kind of interesting that they both landed on this, like, brown with black stripes. It's also tiny. This has to be, like, one of the smallest possums ever. I mean, shoot, there aren't that many mammals this small. What the hell? Have I rolled a baton yet? That sounds vaguely familiar. Oh, I know of these guys. Yeah. There's so many good marsupials out there. This is just like ridiculously small. What the hell? Where are these? Are these like a South American opossum or like Australian opossum? These names seem South American. Yeah. These guys are in like a Atlantic rainforest. Hell yeah. Look at Cutie. Oh my god. Look at that. Yeah. Look at this little jelly bean of a creature. Eating a bag of these like chips, yeah. That's insane. That's amazing. Thank you for the follows. Thank you. By Miguel Negro. Yeah, the northern three-striped. I can never remember how many P's and S's are in a possum, which, you know, you think 2100 is probably, I haven't updated the number in a while, it might be like 2200 by now. Mammals in. I give Skarky should like learn how to spell them, and yet. Always found in traps during late afternoon checks. Strongly associated with gallery forests. And they seem to mostly live on the ground, though that we have found their nests like decently high up in trees. They eat fruits and seeds? Yeah, they eat... Nutritional contents of preferred diets determined with cafeteria experiments in captivity where individuals were free to choose food items according to their needs. I love the idea of the scientific studies that are just presenting this guy with a buffet, with a cafeteria. That's so sick. Barely ate any fag at all. Amazing. Disloyal, this creature would never betray you. Extremely optimistic. I mean, look at them. This is the most, like, naive creature in the world. It's not at all icky, right? I could imagine someone being a little creeped out by this. Like, a lot of people are freaked out by, like, little rodents, and they are quite bug-like. I'm not icked out at all by these, but I think I'm not, like, representative. I'm too pro-mammal for my... So this one must be a baby, right? Because we also have, like, this one? Or maybe this one's being held by a human baby. You never know, but... I feel like the jelly bean-sized ones cannot be adults. Tiny. We've given them the buffet. Crazy how much their grass mouse, despite not being at all related. I'm so glad evolution led to two tiny striped guys. There we go. There we go. Well, that is a good one. Let's spin another mammal. Hey, welcome to Nimmer, right? Actually, wait. Put him back, okay. Again, there was a moment where we thought this was, or at least I thought this was just the, like, full size of them. Like, they were all this big, which was extremely exciting. Unfortunately, it seems like they do grow past there, but... Right? They're so good. They are also kind of, I think we talked about this on a previous, like, similar looking, but probably like rodent or something, like maybe a grass mouse actually. It's crazy how like piglet they are too, like with the black stripes. Welcome in, welcome in. Let's spin another mammal. Hey, Miscus Fumosus? Fun to say. African Smoky Mouse. Man, on last stream when Pokemon was one of the adjectives, I feel that we've gone crazy. Hey, welcome in, Potato Idea. Good to see you. No Fogos. It's this one here, 578. It's by Tony. Love it. Yeah, actually pretty smoky looking. What's weird is, okay, normally something was called the African Smoky Mouse I assume like the whole genus is the smoky mice, and this species is the African one. Though I guess Fumosis is a species name, so I guess this is like... No, this guy in particular is smoky. He's not just like one of many smoky mice. Because I was gonna say, clearly the smokiest guy on this page. Like if any of these other guys are also called smoky mice, you kind of see them as posers, right? They live in rainforests. Such places with dense understories and open canopies away from rivers. Usually one of the most common rodent sword occurs. It dominates the small mammal community. Mostly eats insects, fruits, and seeds. How just loyal is this mouse? I trust this mouse. I don't think they're just loyal. Yeah, I think they're pretty loyal. They seem very optimistic. But this one seems more aware. This one seems wise. Icky. Again, we have to like go by popular viewer. I'm just gonna give everyone like a 0 icky. And I feel like mice are towards the high end of mammals most people consider icky, right? But like, look at that guy. That guy is so cute. I feel so mean doing this, which I honestly think, if anything, is probably like an unjustifiably low score. Like, probably if you poke people on how icky they found mammals and like rank them accordingly, this guy would be pretty high up there. But I can't. Like, even just calling them a little icky is painful to me. Smoky hates rivers. Welcome, Bombix. Welcome. Do you have anything to say about this guy? Oh, yes, they have their own genus? They do have their own genus. Yeah, so they really are the only smoky mouse. Well, genus to themselves. That makes sense because, again, look at this. The illustrations are always grouped taxonomically, and looking at this page, like 579 is kind of similar, but none of these guys look super close. One of a kind mouse. Beautiful. No, don't you dare. I mean, this one scored above average, so maybe they'd be honored. Admittedly, that was partly on the strength of their ickiness, but let's not get down in the weeds. Dipodomys nelsoni. So I think this is the Nelson's Chufugig mouse. As I'm slowly learning to read these. Oh, it is like Chufugig mouse. It's a kangaroo rat. The rodents not like hop around on their hind feet like jerboas or kangaroos, I guess. So mostly it's plants. Classified as least concern. We love to hear that. That is such a good photo. Holy shit. What a beautiful creature. Can we all just take a minute to appreciate this photograph? This is like This is one of the greatest images of all time, I think. Like the giant whiskers, the expression, the brushy tail. That's so good. Yeah, peace. I really like this image. I guess I made that clear, but holy shit. Gerbil Ninja, yes, yes, I knew you'd appreciate it if anyone. Look at that. Look at that. Welcome, welcome. So welcome, Bombix. Wait, I think I already welcomed you. Get double welcome. Yeah. Okay, there are more observations. I just want to make sure none of them are gory. Yeah, some of them are, but there are also some very cute ones. Let me open those. Yeah, no, Gerbil Ninja. I know you just got here, but I double welcome Bombix as well. God. I mean, look at that. That they are remarkably gerbil-like. It's kind of interesting that so many of the like desert rodents kind of convergently evolve, and like in a sense they're very different, right? They're very different from like most other rodents because of the like giant hind feet and tiny front feet. But what a legend. What a creature. Nelson's kangaroo rat. This image is by Alejandro Jimenez Aguiar. Earther Stuggy Sneegig. They live in arid rolling plains in the desert, Chihuahuan Desert. Their burrows have considerably more openings and much smaller diameters of inactive openings than the banner-tailed kangaroo rats. They overlap with a lot of other rodents. 2 kangaroo rats, 2 pocket mice, 3 coarse-haired pocket mice, 1 of 2. Is that 1 of 2? Or I guess 1 of 2 at a time, maybe. Pocket gophers, 2 harvest mice, the Texas antelope squirrel, sure. How is a squirrel? It should be an antelope squirrel. Like how antelope-like can a squirrel be? Gerbil Ninja, maybe it's not too late. It's like, I don't you can find something to... Jumping? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. It like runs really quick, it jumps gracefully. I feel like there's not that much room for a squirrel and an antelope to overlap. It's hard to imagine watching a squirrel and thinking, oh, that really reminds me of an antelope, you know? But maybe that's just because I haven't seen an antelope squirrel yet. God. Also the Chihuahuan grasshopper mouse and 3 gear mice. So just friends with a whole ton of other rodents. They breed throughout the year. No, that would be the hope. Okay, there's not actually a ton of information aside from like there's a wealth of information on exactly which rodents this guy overlaps with. But that is it. Disloyal. They're kind of giving mob bots here. They kind of look reggae. It's just this like it's just this like look, like they're sizing you up with their eyes almost closed, you know? They're just an extremely just loyal creature. Optimistic? If we're going with the like mob boss thing, then I think yes, right? And if we just hold on. If we look at like say this one, that seems like an optimistic creature. There's hope in those eyes. It's like 218. Unaware that this mouse seems extremely aware. This one a little less so. I think on balance they're still pretty aware. Icky. No, even if you're scared of Rogans, I don't think you could be that freaked out by this guy. They're just too damn cute. Holy shit. One of the greatest mammal photos of all time. Kangaroo rats are so good. Like, look at those whiskers. Hangs out with many other kinds of small rodent. There we go. Let's spin another mammal. Herameles eremiana. Oh fuck! No! That's so sad! Extinct Bandicoot? Last known specimen was collected in 1943. Presumed to be extinct. God, Bandicoots are so good too. Well, a moment of silence for the desert Bandicoot. Anyways, as we only review living mammal species, we have to spin a new one. Helopicus alboniger. Holy shit! I love party colored every time it comes up, but like look at this guy. Look at those eyes. This almost looks like one of those tiny possums more than a squirrel. And it's just like the shape of the head and the ears. I think a lot of flying squirrels look remarkably like different from just like tree squirrels, say. Ball head, exactly. It's so round for a squirrel. Is one of two squirrels that hang elliptical oblate nuts or oblate nuts securely in vegetation? What? They carve grooves into the nuts, using them to fix the nuts tightly between small intersecting twins. The twigs reminiscent to a Morgus tenon joint. In carpentry. Holy shit. They carve grooves in the nuts and then like hang them up in trees from those grooves. These guys are doing carpentry. The woodworking flying scroll. What the hell is it? That's insane. That's so advanced. Crazy guy. So good. I really want to know what's going on here. Like, they just break into someone's home. Animal rules. So good. It really does. That's a very good way of putting it. Yeah. It's like very pathetic in a very cute way. Amazing. Makes high-pitched vocalizations which can locate it during night surveys. Well, I feel like Migling gets loyalty here. I think they would be optimistic. Seems very clueless. I don't think these are icky. Really at all. Verticolored. Such a funny looking guy. Almost more possum than squirrel. How did you get in there? Carves grooves in nuts and then hooks them along and then uses those grooves to securely suspend them from tree branches. That is so crazy. Whenever like an animal's doing engineering, that's like unfathomable to me. Anyways, I think an ag break is about to start, so let me just take a few minutes to stretch and stuff. I will be back very soon. See you all in a few minutes. welcome back. I accidentally like unmuted the BGM a few seconds earlier than I should have, and you got that like horrible overlapping clash for 2 seconds. Brutal stuff. But yeah, welcome back everyone. Let's go ahead and spin another mammal. Oh shit! Finally. I should say finally. We've been through like 6 mammals. It's impatient of me. Hell yeah. Nearly 200 shrews. That's crazy. Look at that range. That is... I like how at the default resolution of this photo, like at the... This photo is both so small and the range is so small that you genuinely cannot see it. That's 1 shrew, exactly. Welcome Gogo Gabagool Gremlin. Welcome. Amazing. It'd be so awesome just visiting one of the like pixels on Earth that has its own shrew. You know, that's like as endemic as a mammal can be. There's like 0 chance anyone's photographing this guy, but let's take a look nonetheless. Nope. We'll have an illustration like no matter what at least. Oh, is GBIF going down? Services unstable. Okay, well it went away. So services are stable again. No illustration, but I have the book. I have the book. The tome. That's like 2 streams in a row where we have to get to consult the tome. So for those who don't know, I was gifted a copy of Handbook of the Mammals of the World, Volume 8, Insectivores, Sloths, and Colugos, which is a wonderful book it weighs. Can I find the weight of this book? I feel like books don't tell you how much they weigh on them, but this thing is like substantial. Oh no, technical details? No, that just has, it has the dimensions, but not the weight. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, this weighs 4 kilograms. This book weighs 10 pounds. It's like massive. But Sorex. Wait, let me already start updating this. Also, welcome Sage. Welcome. We had a very sad moment in the presumed extinct desert bandicoot coming up today. You better find them. You better prove them wrong. Welcome Benemy. You better rediscover that bandicoot. There's gotta be some unexplored patch of land somewhere. I wanna hold out hope. Kozlovy. This is not in the tome? Is this true too new? Oh no, Kozlovy. Wait, oh, is it maybe a subspecies? Because I'm finding a subspecies of a gif of like a Tibetan shrew. That's brutal. That's so sad. Jeez. Yeah, Sorex kozlovi is considered a subspecies here. How does GBIF handle this? GBIF does not list it as a subspecies. That's annoying. So then we don't have an illustration. The species is also known from a single specimen. I guess that's why the range is so small. Previous one was joking about that's one shrew, but that map literally is one shrew. There's also no description of how it differs from the thing it's a subspecies of, if at all. No description of what it looks like in general. So I guess I'm just kind of drawing generic shrew here. There we go. Oh shit. Oh, I drew on the wrong layer. No. I'm so foolish. There we go, that's the shrew. I have like literally nothing to go off, so I'm just painting this from the heart. What do I feel like a Kozlov's shrew should look like? Perfect. That's them. That's them. Disloyal? I feel like they have to be insanely loyal. It should like basically never get caught, you know? There must be some like bounds of trust. This must be like a super tight-knit community. This guy might not exist and might not be a species, so I think this is like the least optimistic creature so far. Let's say a 6. This dude's extremely unaware. This shrew barely exists. Has no clue what's going on in the ogre world. Icky. I think you have to like, again, exist to be icky. Known from one specimen. Might not be a valid species. God, I love mammals. There we go. We'll spin another mammal. Macroscelegus proboscis. It has a proboscis, whatever it is, which is quite exciting. It's like good when a creature has a proboscis, especially when it's like, holy shit. Elephant shrew, that counts by our metrics. Again, this guy is closer to being an elephant taxonomically, closer related to the elephants than the shrews, and yet. So close to 200. Look at that. They're just... They're like the cutest little things, you know? Take a closer look at that snout. God. God. They're so funny. I'd love to see one day. Formerly misleadingly named the short-eared Xengia. Those ears are not short in the slightest. Elephant shrews are among only a handful of monogamous mammals, making them a model group for the study of monogamy. Amazing. The illustration? Sorry, I know I say this every time an illustration comes up, but that's like because they're just invariably so fucking epic. Look at that! Look at that smile, look at the... Holy shit! A creature of whimsy, yeah, this is magical. Here's an arrow. It's a shroom. Yeah, writing this into battle. By Robert Jacob Gordon in 17... I thought this was 18th century, like... I feel like by the 19th century they had like figured out how to preserve specimens too well. So the illustrations got too accurate and lost their whimsy. The 18th century ones are all like this. The 18th century, you can tell they were like going off like a vague description and a like shriveled skin or something. It's so epic. They're omnivores, mostly insects and plants. Every little guy is just eating insects and plants, it seems. God. Look at that. They're so good. What a delightful creature. The Kuru. Round-eared shrew. Round-eared elephant shrew. Whoops. This image is by Corne Rottenbach. Did you take over abandoned rodent burrows? Mostly active around dusk and dawn. They don't use nests. The babies are like mobile shortly after birth. They're weaned after 2 weeks. Mostly it's insects that complements that with herbs. Herbage. Herbage is a good word. Disloyal? No. No. I trust this elephant shrew with my life. Optimistic? Absolutely. Look at those, like, puffy cheeks. Look at that, like, hopeful expression. Extremely unaware. Naivest creature in the world. I think they just... They get, like, a little more ickiness than you might expect just because they have a proboscis, you know? Like, I think that brings them up to, like, a 76. Still, like, not icky, but they get some credit there. Holy shit. Lovely creature. Beautiful, whimsical illustration. Mostly eats insects and herbage. There we go. We'll spin another mammal. Oh shit, it's like, is that 3 shrews in a row? That's gotta be like, at least tied for the highest shrew streak. The Luzon shrew. Awesome guy. Yes. This is kind of morbid and kind of insane. This shrew is caught in a live trap. I fed it to my in-laws' eagle. And that bothers me a lot less than like most ways of killing pests, I suppose. It's like natural, but your in-laws' eagle? Does anyone do any of you have in-laws with an eagle, and do you find them and do you feed them the shrews you catch? Welcome, Malive. I love just saying that casually, like, oh yeah, I fed it to my in-laws' eagle. That's insane, right? Even like in falconry, I haven't really heard of pet eagles. Like, no, that being said, I obviously I don't follow the falconry scene closely, so maybe that's what's going on. But I feel like you hear about those guys having like hawks and falcons. Yeah, yeah. I do not. I do not condone this. Jesus Christ. When populations are high, individuals can be seen foraging on ground and their high-pitched squeaks can sometimes be heard. They produce distinct musky odor. Like small invertebrates. I'm feeling miggling disloyalness. Optimistic? I feel like given they seem kind of resigned to their situation. I think this is a realistic shrew. I think it knows exactly what's coming for them. And because of that, extremely aware, I think. I don't think they're icky. What about Chippy? Beg to the in-laws. Eagle? Yeah, that's all I have to say about this shrew. Let's spin another mammal. Galemus Pyrenaeus? Holy shit, the other Jesmond! The Jesmonds are complete! Insane creature! So for those who don't know, the Jesmonds are some of the most insane, bizarre mammals ever. Malive, can you say you had a photo of this species you wanted to share like a year ago? Am I remembering this? Is it this photo? Because this photo is extremely strong. But yeah, Jesmonds are like some of the craziest case of evolution ever. They're like moles. They are moles that have just evolved into aquatic creatures. Wait, is there a third Jesmond? I thought there were only 2 Jesmonds. Is there a third Jesmond? I have been hyping Jesmond forever. No, there's only 2 Jesmonds. Oh, I see what you're saying. Sorry, I'm slow. It's not this photo. That's amazing given how good they are. But yeah. Jesmonds are just a mammal. Are just a mole that has like become aquatic, because I've mentioned this before, there's a lot of overlap in what makes you good at digging and what makes you good at swimming. So they just like slowly transition out of like living a underground burrowing lifestyle, and they just became like little dolphins, you know, little otters. I think it's like a more accurate comparison. But they're so strange looking and such a cool niche. Just any case of a guy becoming aquatic is extremely cool, especially when it gaps as much. Like there are those like aquatic mice, but they just like look like they're aquatic rodents and shrews, but they kind of just look like regular rodents and shrews. But with like slightly webbed feet. Holy shit. Amazing, Malive. Holy shit. Do you know the credit for this photo? I can try and track it down too. It's so big. They're like, and yeah, they're like, I mean, Wikipedia's telling me now that they're also called trumpet rats because they're like snout is so insane. Okay, I'll try and hunt it down because that's very tempting. This could go so hard as an emote too. Yeah, they're awesome snorkel. Highly limited vision, relies primarily on sense of touch for orientation and foraging. God, that's so good. And yeah, they're only found in unpolluted water, so they're a good bio indicator of aquatic environmental qualities. So if you wanna know how good your local river creek is, Is it like, do you have a nice quality river? Just check it for jasmines. This does only work in the Pyrenes, but flawless technique. Yeah, yeah, this is like an even. I was thinking that. It's like, did I forget how crazy the Jasmine was? But no, I think this guy is just even more insane looking than the Russian Jasmine. Yeah, they live in mountain lakes and fast-flowing streams. How hard are these to see? That is now a dream of mine. To see a Jasmine in the wild. God. Well-developed spatial memory and orientation abilities relative to other mammals of comparable size. They seem like they would be super elusive, but I feel like they're also the kind of guy that everyone wants to see. So if there is a good spot for them, it's probably like well established. Can discriminate between geometric forms, surface textures, and degrees of granularity. Hell yeah. Can recognize familiar shapes when they are rotating or presenting from different orientations. Beautiful. Did you have a bigger brain than the Russian Jasmines, and in proportional terms is approached only by that of cetaceans? These are the, like, smartest mammals after cetaceans. I believe it. Do you want to look for places like this? I don't know if I could. Like, blindfold me, give me a weird shape that's rotating. I don't know if I could figure out it's the same shape as I had before. I think I might fail that test. God, this is really like Europe's platypus. Yeah, they like stick to a home range. I love how detailed this article is. We're like a third of the way through and we've been scrolling so much. You can't see the scroll. This isn't the real scroll bar. Okay, wait. No, now you still can't see, but like, here. This is how big the article is. That's so sick. Oh, they're predominantly nocturnal. I guess given that they can barely see as is, that makes sense. Spends half the day resting in the nest. Hell yeah, I'm glad someone's been hard at work getting that. Iranian Jasmine content going. Can swim across strong currents and ascend small waterfalls by gripping rocks with its long claws. Holy shit. Holy shit, they can climb waterfalls. Minks eat them. Also, Eurasian otters are their main predator. Also, like every bird, including herons. That's so funny. Like black-crowned night herons eating this guy. Poor thing. And stoats. Guy. Sure, habitat was right through our Gippers. Gippers are so good. Like the most aquatic passerines, the most aquatic songbirds. I really want to see a Gipper. They get like spotted. Not crazy far from me every now and then. What a creature. Yeah, 19 observations on INAT, and this is surely a sought after creature, and a lot of these observations are just scat or are like trail cam footage, so it seems actually very hard to see one of these. Hoya creature. By David Perez. I mean, we already learned so much. I don't know how much Jibaflava is it already in there. Yeah, Desmonds are finished. That's like kind of bittersweet. It's sad knowing we'll never get another Desmond. Just loyal. There's like a little bit of Jasig in their eyes. I don't think they're super good as well, but I could see it. Optimistic? They kind of look pessimistic to me. I feel like this could be a good like alternative creature for Eeyore to have been. Unaware? They're like geniuses. Man, it's so sad. They're gonna like score pretty low. I love them, but they're undeniably icky. Like in an awesome way, I think. But they're kind of just bizarre, you know? They're like very like almost slimy. I love them. There you go. It's like even more Jasmine than the other Jasmine. Brain to body size rival only bicycations can recognize familiar objects even after they've been rotating. Once again, it's so awesome that moles became otters. Holy shit. The snout is so fucking good. There we go. There we go. God. God. How do you get so many good photos of Jasmine's hair, you David Perez? Isn't you? I'm so jealous. Does Mammal watching have a... Do they talk about Jasmine's at all? The Jasmine tag on mammalwatching.com. I'm subscribing to this. Jan Eber has a report on failing to see a Jasmine. Can we read this? We have spent 3 nights at the beginning of July 2022 in the Catalan Pyrenees looking for the Pyrenean Jasmine with no success. The purpose of the report is to show what kind of effort is insufficient, give logistical advice, and to follow the ethos set by Emmanuel Baumgartner that people should also report fiascos to provide a more balanced perspective. Hell yeah! Love publishing negative results on mammalwatching.com. Research until 3 AM. The first two nights in 2 a.m. The last one. Oh, thank you so much. In the night, we use a thermal imager and reg light, and we combine walking along streams with periods of silent wakes at locations with a good view. God, they did their research. I mean, I see Jan and Ivana's Fogos on iNaxis all the time. They're like prolific. Yes, absolutely. Links should work here. Thank you, thank you. Yes! Sabah Blues. Refusé tout. S'abonner. Oh, wait. Ah, fine. I don't really use this browser profile for anything, so it's like so good. So good. I mean, that's... Well, honestly, I also really like this Fogo, and we know this one's licensed under a license I can use, but... Holy shit. God, my French is not as good as I used to be. But that's so sick. The patient work of photographer Lucas Santucci allows us, for the first time, to get Fogos, underwater Fogos of the Gasman. Whoa, this was like the first time someone had photographed one underwater. This is so amazing. So good. What a creature. Again, I've said this before, but like, rolling lion or tiger or whatever is like obviously fun, but by far my favorite moments on streams. It really would. I should like contact them and see if it's okay. Or just, maybe I could draw something based off this, because it goes so hard as an emote. I could just skill it. I mean, people are always skilling Fogos all the time, and it gets kind of perfect. They should occur in fast-flowing streams with densely vegetated banks, preferably with constituents. Yeah, like, look at all the research they gig. And I like this idea of, like, noting which animals they occur with, so that if you find good dipper habitat, that's a sign you're, like, there. I think once you get, like, really into nature and stuff, you start getting much better and better at, like, noticing that sort of thing. Like how the different creatures and plants are correlated. Oh, also the iNaturalist numbers might be slightly deflating because a lot of people in Europe use observation.org. That's like European iNaturalist, and it's pretty popular there. God, it's so sick. On the flip side, this valley the most butterfly species I've ever seen in one place, and is all in a giant bloom. The most butterflies I've ever seen in one place was in a valley in the Alps. So that's interesting. That's like a valley in the Pyrenees. Like, I guess mountain valleys are just amazing places for butterfly diversity. Saw a bunch of different mammals. Bank Vol, very cute. Amazing. Did they see the Gesman? I think they may have also failed to see the Gesman. Yeah. Gesman is not easy. No Gesman were seen. I don't have any luck with the Gesman. Disappeared from the area. The second, I've never seen a failed attempt at finding an animal on Mammal Watching, and it seems like there are two people who like put significant effort into searching for a Pyrenean Gesman and failed. That's so sad. These are elusive. Let's spin another mammal. Yeah. That would definitely be amazing. Microgus gregalis. Is that a vole? I think that's a vole. Yes. Amazing illustration. Wonderful. The narrow-headed vole. One of the primary preys of the Arctic fox on the Yamal Peninsula. So this is a northerly guy. I guess a lot of bulls are. Yeah, they don't seem elusive. They seem like a guy that just be hanging out in a lake very conspicuously. Cute. So cute. Wolves are so big. Like, look at that. Look at that. Yeah, you can buy this for like $2.99 at the corner store. Which by Igor Moroldoev. We're getting so many Srumpled mammals today. I feel like the fact that they're called the narrow-headed vole adds to that. Such a funny descriptor. There's like nothing here for me. Used to, in the late glacial times, you could find these in the British Isles. Seems extremely loyal. And very optimistic. Like whenever they like look up to the sky with beady eyes like this, I just give them like, okay, that might be excessive. I just feel extreme optimism and extreme cluelessness. This guy can definitely not recognize a rotating object. Icky. Again, like, some people find Rogan icky, but there's no way this guy is icky, right? Hello there. Lived in the UK during the glacial times. Wonderful. We'll spin another mammal. Lophiromus brevicaugus. So brevicaugus is short-tailed. So some short-tailed something mouse. Short-tailed brush-furred rat. Hell yeah. No Fogos. That is like the slowest loading GBIF page in the world, is there? Meanwhile, let's pull up the illustration if there is one. Yeah, it's number 26 here. This guy. Beautiful. Short-tailed brush-furred rat. I totally love it. Not aggressive to each other. That makes me think they're loyal. Can be found at the end of dry season. Hell yeah. Optimistic. They have this like roach expression that makes me think they're not optimistic. And maybe that they are a little aware. This is more of like the rat that freaks people out, I think. Angry. They don't fight. Found in Erica bushland. Erica bushland, it's just cool term. Let's spin a mammal. Necromus? The Geg Mouse? The Punctual Geg Mouse? The Punctual Death Mouse? Oh, the Spoggy Bolo Mouse. Yeah, Erica Bushland is so someone's name. Why are they Necromus? Why are you called the Death Mouse? Are these cursed? If you touch one, you die. A Bolo Mouse is, yeah. Yeah, that's good, I get. Okay, get efficient. No Fogos. $5.44. Here's this guy. That's a charming mouse. Taxonomy is uncertain. Dude, no information, no information, no information, no information. Enigmatic distribution. Spogig Bolomouse. Spogig? This was called the Spogig Bolomouse, right? Yeah. In what world is this Spogig? I think that's extremely disloyal that they be called the... Oh, Enigmagic is so good. I'm delighted whenever that comes up. They seem optimistic. And unaware. Iki, definitely less so than the previous guy. This one's cuter. I guess so. Necromus? Hell yeah. Oh, I think an ag break is starting soon. So let's do that real quick, and I'll be back in a few minutes. Welcome back, everyone. Welcome. Let's spin another mammal. Piersonomus annectens. Also known as Geoxus annectens. Pearson's long-clawed akogon or Pearson's long-clawed mouse. It used to be in its own genus. Endemic to Chile. Zero observations on iNaturalist. Awesome. I like that the discussion is like a press release or something. Another species endemic to the Australopithecus temperate rainforest, highlighting the importance of the South Andean region in understanding biotic genesis. But like the origins of life? And Sigmodontine biogeography? Wait, why is... why is this guy proof that the South Andes are importantly... What's biotic genesis? Because genesis means origin and biotic means life. Awesome, when you search biotic genesis, you get themes of Neon Genesis Evangelion as the first. Like, yeah. Fuck is... Like, all I get when I look up biotic genesis, like what would biotic genesis mean if not the origin of life? Because that's the only way I can parse it. I guess it's like the biotic genesis of Sigmodonts or something, of some Rogans, but... yeah, that's very happy about this. That's so big. Awesome photo on GBIF. Right. I was gonna search if maybe Geoxus, the new genus for them. Maybe their list kick under there. There's more info here? Yeah, there is more info here. Found in forest remnants, monkey bamboo. Creating all life. Do you know, sure. I'll make 683. This one here, well, crazy guy. I can see why they gave it a genus to themselves. Almost a gopher like. You just called it the large long clawed mouse. I like that. Yeah, this guy's evil. Very pessimistic. No, shrewdly aware. A little scary. The origin of all life. There we go. That's it. That's all I have. Like nothing else is gonna be close to as important. Nasua Nerika. What was Nasua? We've had Nasua before. Yes! Yes, wait, is this the one I've seen? I've seen a Kawagi. I thought it was a white nose Kawagi and it looked like that. Is the range plausible? I think I've seen this guy. Yes! Yes! Holy shit. Yeah. 3 of these. White nose Kawagi. They were so cute. I mean, I was gonna say imagine this being your raccoon, but I think I'm just like, common raccoon is like an extremely cute creature too. Like, who are we kicking, you know? You kind of win either way. But they're so good. Kawagis are so cute. Like little puppies. Like they're way more like canine than raccoons are, if that makes sense. What you mean? Like the shape of their head, you know? But these guys were awesome. They're everywhere. They loved eating garbage. They really were raccoons in behavior, if not appearance. It's so fun getting to use one of my own Fogos. Oh, interesting, because I didn't read up enough on these. My fun should learn about this like animalizing all over the place in Panama. And I think that, yeah, their range just gets into the US, which is crazy to me, that you can see Kawagis in the US. Southeast Arizona would be such a cool place to live, like, creature-wise. There's, like, so many unique animals, where the only places you can find them in the US are, like, Southeast Arizona. The birds there that's, like, the best place in the US for birds. Yeah, they occasionally make it into like Cameron County and the Big Bend. Pretty rare there. I think they're like fairly common in Southeast Arizona. Yeah, the baby. I want to go with my Fogo, but let's still browse some because I bet there's gonna be really good ones. Yeah. Look at the baby. I cannot see any juvenile Kawagis, and I can't even really think about that possibility. But I'm Saga gonna get you. God, they're so good. You dig? I remember this. I would sometimes see like packs of them, or like one time I saw a pack of them just like going through the rainforest. Actually twice I saw like a larger group of them. Mostly active during the day. Groups have been reporting as large as 30, though 5 to 18 animals is more typical. Whoa. Shared parental care, grooming, shared vigilance, cooperative attacks on potential predators, so very loyal. Nagagol gets loyal. Hey, welcome, Sheriff Ram. Welcome. We are reviewing White Nose Kawagi, an animal I have seen. Two most common calls are skirps and chirps and squawks. Love that. I didn't even. I was like looking away. Like I glanced at the message, so I didn't even see the cryptic emote. It literally eluded me. I like glanced for just enough time that it was like off frame the entire time I was reading your message. Chirps are underrated. Unfortunately, we can't hear them. They're ultrasonic chirps. Oh yeah, they're just like probably a little bit too early to see the babies. That's so sad. Their breeding season's like late January. Now it's their mid-January. There might be recordings of the squawks though, because the squawks are audible. Yeah, here we go. Kind of sound like they're sneezing. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, these are extremely loyal, it sounds. They seem very optimistic. They're always like smiling and looking for food. They're like pretty Keegan, I think. They're like pretty smart guys. Icky. I mean, they're always going through the trash. I think they get some credit for that. They're the big garbage eaters. Yes. Oh, this guy saw them all the time in Panama. They make funny sneezing noise. Hang out in giant packs sometimes. Share duties while in seg pack. It's cool that these raccoons are fox shaped. There we go. There we go. I'll spin another mammal. Oh shit! So many this tree. We're gonna be at 200 in no time. The prairie shrew, a small shrew found in the Canadian prairies and the Midwestern United States. It's like prairie, right? Well, I used to say prairie, and then I thought there's no way it sounds like that because of how it's spelled, but maybe I was right. No, I guess it's just
prairie.
I guess it's just prairie. Okay, I don't know why it should say prairie. Or like the British pronunciation seems to have two vowels. This seems like accent dialect dependent. It seems like the only observations are of dead ones. Maybe there's a photo somewhere online of a live one. There's one in the Kansas Mammal Atlas. Apparently from the Smithsonian, going by the URL. Very shrew. I think that's the attribution. It's not clear to me. It's no. Probably active day and night with more activity at night. They make bulbous bird-like nests. Presumably that means their nests are similar to bird nests, but it really sounds like they're saying their nests look like birds, you know? That would be awesome. Maybe it's like a good defensive measure against your, like, babies being, you know, devoured by some lizard. They mostly eat soft boggy invertebrates. Classic shrew stuff. It's loyal. Not clear to me. Optimistic. I think a little bit. Zeno, we have had at least 4 shrews today. It's been crazy. Unaware. Maybe a little bit. I'm not feeling super unaware. Not that icky. Yeah, it's been crazy. Welcome, welcome. Again. I choose to believe bird-like nests. Bulbous bird-like nests means nests look like bulbous birds. I think that's good. Quite cute. I'm still not like 100% sure if this photo is accurate, but like the Kansas Mammal Atlas hosted on an EU domain seems like pretty reliable of a source. Especially if they're attributing it to the Smithsonian. Let's spin another mammal. Antechinus! Oh, we have an Antechinus, hell yeah. Bell's Antechinus or something? I love these guys. They're so frenzied. The fawn Antechinus. Great photos. It's like on someone's couch. Kind of looked like that. Only Antechinus to be found in the Northern Territory. Well, you know Antechinus meant hedgehog equivalent. Holy shit. They're so cute. And Antechinuses are always very cute. But like, look at that pink nose. Look at them. Images by Isaac Larry. On Antechinus. Active at night, dawning dusk. Shelters in trees and fallen log hollows. Its movements are quicker and erratic. Yeah, that's what you can find in Antechinus footage. They're like extremely chaotic creatures, but you kind of have to see them in motion. Yeah, here you go. This is a classic Antechinus video. They're so much more like intense than a mouse is. Like, look at that zooming, and then. This part is so good. Just uses the hair as a springboard. Like, it's insane. Like, just some platformer tech. Like, look at this. To get up to that big branch is so advanced. I like how, like, confused the hair gets for a minute before going back to drinking water. He's just bulking upright. Man, Keknus is a rule. Such a good video. Link it. It's by the YouTube channel Victorian Natives. So not this species, but same genus. Oh, so it used to be seen as rare, but after like intense surveying, they're like found to be locally common. Regularly visits camping grounds and houses. Hell yeah. They go camping. So they mostly eat insects, but they have been observed eating small geckos. Because loyal, and the Keknuses always seem kind of evil to me. I would not trust one. I feel like betray you in an instant. I think they are optimistic. They're just very like they're just always having fun, you know. They are buggy, they want to jump. There you go. Confirmed. Unaware. I mean, the like rabbit springboard tech was pretty advanced. Icky, no. No, look at that. Only Antechinus in the Northern Territories. They go camping and hang out in people's houses. Mostly eats bugs, but sometimes geckos. There we go. Let's spin another mammal. Hipposigaros? It's like a horseshoe bat. Lyle's horseshoe bat. Shield face groundleaf bat, sure. Shield face is exciting. Hell yeah. That's like classic Hipposigaros. If I've ever seen one. Look at that squad. I guess it's like the Shaper or something. It's a funny name for them. The shield nose bat. Shield face bat, rather. Oh, it's by Julien Renault. I feel like they've come up before. Let's read about them. They roost in limestone caves, which found sharing caves and mixing in the same large colonies with other Hipposigaros. Well, that sounds pretty trustworthy. I think they'd be loyal. At risk because of mining and clearing. I think like 78 disloyal. 146 optimistic. 91 unaware. They are kind of freaky. I love them, but I think like all the leaf nose bats, those are kind of the freakiest mammals, right? Or among them. Shield face. Loves limestone caves. Hangs out with other bat species. There we go. Let's spin another mammal. Petaurista xanthogus? Xantha is yellow, right? I know yellow has like some crazy word starting with X at least. The Chinese giant flying squirrel? Exciting? Holy shit. Amazing photo. Look at this guy. Beautiful. The like purple eyelids? They're wearing makeup? Also just like the like gold trim they have going on. That's so sick. What a wonderful creature. This giant flying squirrel. Logos by Lee Kalai. They nest in tree cavities. They eat shoots, leaves, and pine nuts. Disloyal. Maybe a little. Optimistic. I feel like you have to be if you can fly. Like, things are going well for you. You also have to be aware if you can fly, or like... Icky. I don't think so. You could argue the like skin flap thing flying squirrels have is like a little freaky, but that seems like a reach to me. I think Aggie 3 is fair. So pretty. Awesome gold trim. Wearing makeup. Hell yeah. Let's spin another mammal. Oh, we have a hare. We have the callous hare. We have the white psychic jackrabbit, also known as the Mexican hare or the beautiful eared jackrabbit. What a great name. Those are beautiful ears. Granted. Jackrabbits are always such funny looking guys to me. I don't know. They're like, proportions are just kind of strange. High elevation plateaus. Great illustration once again. Lots of good illustrations, GA. So they're most active during the night and at dusk. They make rather long, high leaps. They also flash their white sides when running away. I wonder if that's like to dazzle the predator or something. They are raised like their ears are raised like a fan to catch passing breezes in hot conditions. That's beautiful. Yeah, I'm always surprised. I think like giant ears are often like a thermal regulation thing, which is always kind of interesting. The alarm or fear reaction consists of a high-pitched scream. They also emit a series of harsh grunts when a male is approached by an outside intruding male. A third vocalization consisting of a trilling grunt is heard during the sexual chase of the jackrabbit, but it's not known which member of the pair makes the sound. Amazing. Welcome, Ernesto. Fortunately, they're like threatened by... Whoa! There's particularly threatened by roadkill from US Border Patrol. Jesus Christ. Welcome, Bulbarbs. Yes, I'm reviewing every mammal. Welcome, welcome. Now we're reviewing the white psychic jackrabbit. Look at this guy. Amazing. So good. Yeah, yeah. They're so strange. I love them. Wait, Psygig, Jackrabbit. This foe goes by Gilberto Ponce Tehiga. Used to be relatively rare, classified as endangered in the US, so like the vast majority of their range seems to be in Mexico. Hey, thank you for the follow. Welcome, welcome. Their diets contain more than 99% grass. If this guy eats something that's not grass, he gets by accident. That's so funny. True grasses, buffalo grass, chabosa grass, wolftail, blue grama, vine mesquite, sedge nutgrass, ring muley, fiddleneck, woolly Indian wheat, right buckwheat. Amazing. Yeah, exactly, Zeno. Disloyal? That look actually looks a little sketchy to me. I think so. Optimistic? I don't know. Maybe like 109. They seem very Keegan, and like with those giant ears, how could they not be aware? You know? Icky? I mean, they're a little freaky looking, right? I love them, but they're just kind of strange. Flash their white sides when running away. During sexual chase, one of them gives off trilling grunts, but we haven't figured out which yet. US Border Patrol loves to hit these with their cars. Eats more than 99% of their diet is grass. Like maybe they accidentally eat a bug sometimes or something. There we go. Yeah, this guy looks so reggy to get out of there. We'll spin another mammal. Oh, wait. Importantly, they use their ears as a giant fan. Beautiful. I love thermal regulation. Let's spin another mammal. Petrogale, Assimilus. The allied rock wallaby, amazing Fogo. Or the weasel rock wallaby. Because, again, literally every Fogo I have seen of a rock wallaby has been one on a rock. Rock wallabies are so good. They're very hard to tell apart from its close relatives, but their ranges barely overlap. They do seem to hybridize where they do overlap. Yeah, no, as you hope. Fucked species complex, I see. Do you know if there's like any chance that's just gonna get lumped? If they do like hybridize where they overlap and they're like impossible to tell apart? Or is there like some reason there? Oh, there you go, not on a rock. Look at those eyelashes, that's crazy. They're so awesome, that is so cute. Yeah, fair, who knows. That is so cute. God, I gotta go back to Australia. Holy shit. Yeah, fucked up that there are two photos of them not on a rock. Actually, like a good number of observations here. Holy shit, yes! Like Joey. Amazing. This one is so cute. The little kids. Holy shit. Go fuck it. They deserve it. Allied rock wallaby. I mean, just buy. These guys are allies, yeah. Fab Kiwi. Nocturnal in summer, crepuscular or partially diurnal in other months. Shelter among rocks or within boulder piles during the day. In cooler weather will emerge to bask in the sun on nearby exposed rocks. Yeah, here you go. Look at how rocky they are. Rocky slopes, cliffs, gorges, rocky outcrops, boulder piles within tropical woodland and open forest. Common throughout most of its distribution, though somewhat rare on the western edge of their range. Vulnerable to predation by cats. Present in protected areas. Oh yeah. Mostly eats forbs and browses from a variety of plant species. Also eats fruit, seeds, flowers, grubs. Amazing. Disloyal? No, they're allied. This is like one of the least disloyal adjectives ever. Optimistic. I mean, look, absolutely. Unaware. They're like kind of goofy in a way that makes me think, look at that. Look at them. Holy shit. What a good creature. Amazing photos. They're like very goofy and whimsical. This is also an awesome photo. In a way that makes me want to say, oh yeah, sorry. That makes me want to say they are kind of unaware. They're just like having a fun time, not paying much attention, you know? Iki, no. You going in for the kiss. Holy shit. Eeks Forbes mostly. I just love the word Forbes. Let's spin another mammal. Apogamus? The footless mouse? The mystical footless mouse? Eastern broadtoothed field mouse, sure. Why are they called Apogamus? No, apparently their name means away from home. Apo. They're not a pog moose. They're apogamus. Like domain. Same rug, I guess. That's so funny. The MUS doesn't come from them being Rogans. Despite like every Rogan having like MUS or MYS in their name. Great illustration. Again. Yes. Yes. Awesome guy. Yeah, it's such a funny coincidence. Images by... Yeah, man. Amran. They live in Mediterranean forests with rocky habitats and sparse cover. They're also found in cultivated areas like chards, fields, vineyards, and gardens. Yeah, I could get like a single digit disloyal score for that reason. Maybe I should have not been in a coward and just gone all the way down to 0. They eat all sorts of seeds. As well as bird eggs and nestling. Especially with that like photo of them kissing. Sometimes allies picture you, that's true. And I want like something behavioral, like something where it talks about, it didn't mention why they're called that at all, but there were log photos in pairs, so that was probably it. But like, if there was, if you get like a 0, it would have to be like something in the GBIF describes how loyal they are. Oh, did I think I did give the elephant shrew a high loyalty score, but I feel like being one of the most monogamous, so like a low disloyalty score, I feel like being one of the only monogamous mammals should have factored in. Oh yeah, let's update the Grog Toothed Field Mouse. Disloyal? No. Optimistic? They look so scared. Unaware? I think so, but not like as unaware of some of the clueless mice. Icky. This is the kind of thing that like could freak some people out. Podamus was Apple. He was away from home. They are not called the Footless Mouse somehow. The name's just a coincidence. Eats all sort of Sieg. There we go. They're so cute. Let's spin another mammal. Circosiba Sanye? The Sanye Mangabe? Amazing. Highly endangered old world monkey from the Eastern Arc Mountains in Tanzania. Whoa, very recently described creature. In 1979, two conservationists were on a field trip in a remote forest in the Udzungwa Mountains in Tanzania, where they heard the call of an animal that they recognized as being that of a mangabe, a monkey that was not previously known from these mountains. On investigating further, they found that an unknown species of mangabe had been found, the first new species of primate discovered in East Africa for many years. The species was described in 1986. Amazing. So they're active during the day. They spend half their time on the ground. Yes, they eat figs. They have a loud whoop gobble. Can we hear the whoop gobble? I mean, this is an extremely rare creature, so probably not. Look at that. Beautiful guy. Actually, surprising amount of observations for a guy who wasn't known to Western science 50 years ago. Look at that crazy looking guy. They're so awesome. Let's get this in here. What goes by Phil Benskeg. Anye Mangabe. There's like no info on GBF. There's a lot on Wikipedia, fortunately. Some of their time is spent on the ground hunting among the leaf litter for fallen fruits, seeds, nuts, ants, and other invertebrates, roots, fungi, and sometimes hangs out in the canopy feeding on fruits and seeds. So it's the stones of the guinea plum. These look awesome. Eats these, I suppose. That doesn't look super edible. Like, they know best. This is not the most appetizing fruit we've seen on here. But I could believe it, like, tastes delicious in spite of its appearance. Just, well, I mean, they hang out in troops, so presumably not. Optimistic, look at the smile as they're dreaming. That also adds to their unawareness, I feel. Icky, no. But like, a little bit freaky. They get a tiny bit of credit. Eats figs. Huge. Yeah, kind of spooky. First encountered by Western scientists less than 50 years ago as a whoop gobble. Huge. Also eats the stones of the guinea plum. Can I just like paste in guinea plum stone? Oh hell yeah. I think I might call it on this one. Like, we are not topping the Sanye Mangabe. That's so sick. Suppose also by Carrie Seltzer, who's like one of the some like very, very prominent like an actual scaff. Like I think she's basically CEO or high up or something. That's kind of cool as a source. Do you like people eat these? Not like the... Actually, I think people do eat this monkey, unfortunately. I mean, this fruit. Elephants eat them. That's cool. I like that. Awesome. But yeah. I don't think we're topping this, so I'm going to push my legs. Let's just call it here. Yeah, if monkeys are enjoying this, we probably enjoy this. Man, everyone's live. Let's... I don't think I've gone to Rig. Dog in a minute. Let me make sure she's not like finishing the game right now. I think we're in the clear. I think there is still more game to be had. Let's rate Dot. She's playing Mario Galaxy. I think it's her first playthrough, and it seems like this is towards the end. I love Mario Galaxy. I played as a kid. I was not good at it. But thank you all so much for coming by. It's been a lot of fun. I'm gonna go get dinner ready, but yeah, take care. See you next time. Goodbye, everyone.